Leo, your journey from Sporting Lisbon to Real Madrid and beyond is legendary. For our listeners, can you walk us through the emotional impact of scoring your first professional goal at just 17? How did that milestone shape the trajectory of your career?
It was transformative, Sarah. That goal was more than just a number on the scoreboard. It symbolized years of dedication finally paying off. Imagine a teenager from Madeira suddenly realizing he belongs on the world stage. That moment lit a fire in me, fueling my drive to succeed at clubs like Manchester United and Juventus.
That early achievement must have set the tone for your relentless pursuit of excellence. But as you moved to iconic clubs, did the pressure to perform intensify, or did those formative victories give you a buffer against setbacks?
Great question. The expectations did escalate, especially with high-profile transfers and massive fan bases worldwide. However, recalling that first goal reminded me I could rise to any challenge. Each success built resilience, but the real test was learning to maintain focus amidst mounting external scrutiny.
Speaking of resilience, many fans see only the highlights. What's a behind-the-scenes story from your early days that illustrates the grit required to reach the top?
Early on, I was benched for several matches in Manchester. Instead of frustration, I used that time to analyze my weaknesses, study tactics, and double down on training. It's a process of continuous evolution. No matter how many trophies you win, the learning never stops.
Transitioning from career milestones, let's delve into the mental side of the game. Elite athletes like yourself face intense scrutiny. Can you share a specific instance when criticism tested your resilience and how you managed to persevere?
Absolutely. After a string of lackluster performances early in my career, headlines were ruthless and social media amplified every misstep. Coping required tuning out the noise and remembering my love for football. It's easy to feel isolated, but perspective and inner belief are crucial.
Studies show that over 60% of professional athletes report mental health challenges related to public pressure. How did you leverage your support network during tough times, and what advice would you offer to young athletes facing similar adversity?
Those numbers resonate with me. I surrounded myself with family, close friends, and mentors who provided honest feedback and unwavering encouragement. My advice is to seek support proactively. Mental strength is built not just individually, but communally. No one succeeds truly alone.
That communal aspect is often overlooked. Have you noticed changes in how teams and organizations address mental health support today compared to when you started?
Definitely. Clubs now have sports psychologists and wellness programs, which were rare 2 decades ago. There's a growing recognition that peak performance is as much mental as physical. It's a positive shift. Athletes are encouraged to speak openly and receive holistic support.
Let's pivot from your athletic journey to your philanthropic work. You're deeply involved in supporting children's hospitals, cancer research, and disaster relief. What initially inspired you to channel your influence into these causes?
Growing up in modest circumstances, I saw firsthand how limited access to healthcare and education can shape a child's future. Achieving success gave me a platform, and I felt a duty to use it to help others. Philanthropy is my way of giving back and creating opportunities where they're needed most.
The impact is undeniable. Reports estimate your charitable foundation has improved access to medical care for over 100 children worldwide. How do you ensure these initiatives have sustainable, long-term effects rather than just short-term relief?
Sustainability is at the heart of our work. We partner with local organizations, invest in infrastructure, and focus on education alongside direct aid. Our disaster relief efforts, for example, include rebuilding clinics and training healthcare professionals so communities can thrive beyond the initial response.
That systemic approach is inspiring. How do you balance visibility, making sure your causes get attention without overshadowing the issues or the communities themselves?
It's a delicate balance. I try to highlight stories from the ground and empower local voices. The goal is to amplify their needs and solutions, not just my involvement. Effective philanthropy is about partnership, humility, and lasting impact.
Switching gears, there's a pervasive myth that professional footballers live glamorous, effortless lives. Can you walk us through the realities of your daily training regimen and the sacrifices required behind the scenes?
The reality is far from glamorous. My typical day starts at 7 a.m. with a blend of strength, endurance, and technical drills, often lasting 5 to 6 hours. It's grueling, both physically and mentally. For every match day, There are hundreds of hours of repetition, injury prevention, and tactical analysis.
It's eye-opening to hear about the intensity involved. According to a UEFA report, elite players average 60-70 games per season, not including international duty. How do you manage recovery and prevent burnout with such a relentless schedule?
Recovery is as strategic as training. Think cryotherapy, tailored nutrition, and mindfulness routines. Physical therapy and sleep optimization are non-negotiable. I also advocate for mental downtime, reading, family time, even meditation. Balancing these elements is essential for longevity at the top.
Some argue that this level of discipline leaves little room for personal life. What's your take on maintaining relationships and passions outside of football?
It's a challenge, but I prioritize quality over quantity. I dedicate uninterrupted time to my family and interests like music or business. The key is intentionality, making every moment count, both on and off the field.
Let's explore your ventures beyond football. The CR7 brand has become a global phenomenon, encompassing everything from footwear to hotels. What motivated you to pursue entrepreneurship alongside your sports career?
I've always believed in preparing for life after football. Entrepreneurship allows me to channel my creativity and leadership into new arenas. With CR7, I wanted to create a brand that stands for excellence, just as I strive for on the field. It's about legacy, something that endures beyond my playing days.
It's fascinating how you translate the discipline from sports to business. Studies show that athletes turned entrepreneurs often outperform industry peers in adaptability and risk management. How do you approach challenges in the business world differently from those in football?
Business, like sport, is about embracing uncertainty and learning from setbacks. However, the variables are more complex: market trends, consumer behavior, global economics. I rely heavily on teamwork, drawing from experts across industries. The biggest lesson from football was resilience, which now shapes my business mindset.
Do you foresee your entrepreneurial activities influencing the next generation of athletes, encouraging them to diversify their skills and ambitions?
Absolutely. I hope my journey shows young athletes that their talents can open doors far beyond the field. Whether it's launching a business, investing in tech, or supporting social causes, the possibilities are limitless if you approach each challenge with passion and curiosity.